Wake up! The geopolitical powder keg didn't just leak, it detonated. We are witnessing the opening volley of Operation Epic Fury. The US and Israel just greenlit precision strikes on Iranian nuclear sites and military hubs. President Trump is calling it just retribution, but in this room, we call it a systemic shockwave. Iran is already clawing back, raining missiles down on U.S. bases in Qatar and Kuwait. The skies over the Middle East are dark, and the crypto markets, the only thing trading over the weekend, are screaming. Is this a buying opportunity, or is the illusion of a soft landing finally dead? We're diving deep into the wreckage before the opening bell tolls. Let's look at the carnage. Allied forces didn't just hit the outskirts. They went for the jugular in Tehran and Isfahan. We're talking decapitation strikes near the supreme leader's doorstep. This isn't a skirmish, it's a regime change play. The retaliation? Brutal. Ballistic missiles are hitting targets near Dubai and Abu Dhabi. When the Fairmont in Dubai is on fire, the safe haven status of the Gulf evaporates instantly. We're seeing a total shutdown of Middle Eastern airspace. Over 14,000 flights canceled. Lufthansa, Emirates, Etihad, they aren't just delaying flights. They are rerouting the entire global logistics map. If you think your supply chain was stressed before, you haven't seen anything yet. Now let's talk about your money. While most of you were sleeping, the financial cockroaches started scurrying. The great shakeout Bitcoin didn't just dip, it capitulated, sliding toward $64,000 the moment the first bombs dropped. This is a classic retail capitulation. Panic selling is the scent of the weekend. Expect the NASDAQ and S&P futures to open in a bloodbath. The flight to safety isn't a suggestion anymore, it's a stampede. The Hormuz Noose here is the number that matters, 31%. That is the share of global seaborne oil passing through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is already signaling a total blockade. History tells us a 1% drop in supply triggers a 4% spike in price. Do the math. Crude at $70 is a memory, $100 is the new floor. And LNG? 20% of global supply goes through that narrow neck. Your energy bills just caught fire. Gold and the dollar. The era of cheap money is buried under the rubble. The dollar index and gold are surging. If you're holding high multiple AI stocks, you're in the kill zone. Inflation is back with a vengeance, and that Fed rate cut you were dreaming about, it's a hallucination. How bad can this get? Put your bunker mentality on, because here are the three horsemen. Scenario A, infrastructure, scorched earth. If Iran targets Saudi or UAE refineries, we aren't looking at $100 oil. We're looking at $120 and a global recession. That will make 2008 look like a rehearsal. Scenario B, the political quagmire. Trump bypassed the War Powers Act. The Democrats are sharpening their knives, while the government stares down a shutdown. Washington is paralyzed exactly when we need a pilot. Scenario C, the tech collapse. High-valuation tech thrives on stability. With energy costs exploding and the risk-free rate climbing, the AI bubble is facing its first real stress test. Are you a bag holder, or do you have an exit strategy? Look, we've seen the dead cat bounce after 9/11 and the Gulf War. Markets are resilient, sure, but epic fury is a different beast. This isn't a temporary disruption. It's a structural realignment of the global order. When the bell rings tomorrow, don't be the one caught in the shakeout. Watch the defense contractors, watch the energy sector, and for heaven's sake, watch the dollar. Fortune favors the prepared and the cold-blooded. Stay sharp. We'll be here when the next missile hits. Get out there and protect your capital.